42 right there with him. Smokes him. Oh, my goodness. Oh, the whole field is junk. It's a parking lot. They door slam each other. Checkered flag in the air. It's going to be too close to call. Oh, he just got smoked. Oh, my goodness. He got dumped in racing. Caution is out. We saw a lot. Oh, he's dead. Toward each other. Richter jumps in. Checkered flag in the air. Scott Richter wins it.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here tonight. Star ARCA Cup Series action is underway this season. We're here at Daytona for the duels. Right now, practice is rounding out. We're going to jump into qualifying. Qualifying is going to be single car here tonight. I believe we have 43 scheduled cars. Let's see how many are in the session right now. I am counting 39. So I see 39 cars here in the session here at Daytona, folks. Going to be a good start to the season. This isn't even a points race. We are here for the duels, and just about everybody has shown up. And folks, top of the board here for practice, Kyle Hurtless. Hang on, let me look at that again. Hurlisky. There we go. Kyle Hurlisky. Had to think about that one for a second. Haven't even looked at these names. You know, we got some new names here. Last season we were doing the Star ARCA West Series. Well, here we are in the Cup Series. Mostly new drivers. Handful of them followed us up here. But here we are, folks. Practice just finishing up here in a couple of minutes as we look around the track. Take a look at some of these beautiful paint schemes. We're going to kick back, relax, enjoy some Hutchison Motorsports TV tunes, and we're going to be back for the start of qualifying action here shortly. Appreciate you tuning in, folks. Like Larry McReynolds told you, be sure to click the like button on the video, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel, because this is the only place you're going to see Star ARCA Cup Series action this season. All right, folks, we are back. Qualifying is about to start, and like we mentioned, we are doing single car qualifying here tonight. I've got the qualifying order up. First up, going to be Thomas Spencer rolling out onto the track in the number 3 machine. Look at that beautiful picture. It is a face only a mother could love. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the field filler, Thomas Spencer. He's ripping it around the top. We are single car qualifying. It's going to take a while. So kick back and relax. We're going to keep the tunes playing in the background here because we got a while to go. Let's see what kind of time the field filler, Thomas Spencer, can put down with us. You're watching Thomas Spencer, first car on the track for qualifying action, Super Star ARCA Cup Series season debut. Here it is, the Daytona Duels. Next up, rolling out onto the track out of Cincinnati, Ohio, Eric Kempf. Let's see what kind of time Eric can put down as Thomas Spencer wrapping up his first lap here shortly. Spencer with a 51.158. That's not going to be good enough. The field filler, Thomas Spencer, is going to be in the back tonight. No surprise there. We hop on board Eric Kempf. Only one lap here for qualifying action. What does a Cincinnati Ohioan have in store? Going up a little high in the straightaway. Is it going to pay off? Jesse Becker, Christian Taylor, Connor Gerard in the chat, many of others. We appreciate all the likes here on the video. Click that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Hutchison Motorsports TV. Super Star ARCA Cup season debut underway shortly. Here comes Kempf through the tri-oval. He's going to have the second place time. He is 15/1000 slower than Thomas Spencer. Next up, going to be Bryce Barfield in the bad fast Hutchison Motorsports TV number 37 machine. Let's take a look at this beautiful machine of Bryce Barfield's. As Barfield rounds out his lap, next up, Braden McWilliams in that number 36 machine out of San Angelo, Texas. Barfield in last now with a 51.175. Plurple, just subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV. Plurple, you just made the best decision of your life. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, follow the example of Plurple. Click the subscribe button. Hutchinson Motorsports TV, the world's #1 streaming service. We are live here tonight. Next up, folks, a fan favorite. He's out here to junk some race cars tonight. It's the number 14 out of Salina, Nathan Fryer. Fryer takes the green flag as Braden McWilliams just put down the slowest lap. Boy, we got a pattern here, folks. It looks like the track is slowing down. Every single car has been slower. Braden McWilliams, I can tell you why he was junked. He ran the wall on his out lap there and during the normal lap. Braden McWilliams wanted to start last, apparently. Next up, rolling out onto the track, Caleb Yates in the number 70 machine out of Lake St. Louis, Missouri. Caleb Yates. And here's Nathan Fryer getting through the tri-oval here. Crossing the line. That's going to put him fourth. Junk. So Caleb Yates going to take the green flag. Folks, we are doing single car qualifying action if you just tuned in here tonight. This is the Superstar ARCA Cup Series debut. We're actually here at Daytona for the duels, not even a points-paying race. We got the whole field out here, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, is this tune not a banger? This is a patented Hutchinson Motorsports TV tune playing in the background. You can't get it anywhere else. Custom made. World's #1 streaming service. We got the best tunes, the best streaming. We got everything here at Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Hell, we even got a blimp flying up in the sky. We got the Harpoon Design blimp up in the air. Let's take a look at Brantley Roden in the Harpoon Design blimp flying over beautiful Daytona International Speedway. Rolling around the track now out of St. Charles, Missouri, Tony Allison Jr. Here he is in the Purina number 4 machine taking the green flag. Caleb Yates' lap time was junk. Folks, I'm telling you, this track is getting slower every car out. With the exception of McWilliams, who decided to run the wall during his entire qualifying lap. So following Tony Allison Jr. rolling out onto the track. Look at this machine here out of Thomasville, North Carolina. It's the 07 Alan Wild. Tony Allison Jr., 5th position for him. Alan Wild still ripping it around for his lap. Rolling out onto the track next. David Nemmert in that number 24 machine out of Oxford. Oxford, where, you ask? I have no clue. Just Oxford. And way to spin it out, David. That's embarrassing, is it not? Ladies and gentlemen, the first solo spin of the season for the Superstar ARCA Cup Series. It goes to David Nemmert. Boy, talk about running out of talent. Did he ever have any, ladies and gentlemen? Let us know in the chat if you think David Nemmert had any talent coming into tonight. If he did, it's all gone. But here's Alan Wild here, ripping it around the track, going through the tri-oval. He's going to take the checkered flag. David Nemmert's going to put us behind the marker here. We're going to have to wait. And, folks, quick time, Alan Wild, 51.151. Well, here's Nemert screwing around here. Relaying this as much as he can out of Oxford. Nobody knows where that is, but he's from Oxford. See if he spins out again. Can he keep it straight? Does he have the talent to hold the wheel straight at a super speedway? Can Nemert do it in that number 24 machine? We're going to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, a quick break over to our pal, Larry McReynolds, who has a quick message for you folks. This is actually Larry McReynolds, I 100% promise. Everybody thinks it's AI for some reason. I promise you, it's not. Well, Larry, take it away.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
That was Larry McReynolds. He is now on the Hutchinson Motorsports TV payroll. Boy, what a great message to hear from our buddy Larry. But we got Nemert here still ripping around the track. My guess is, folks, he's probably going to qualify 6th or 7th. But we'll take a look here. The Oxford native. Let's see who's next out onto the track. It's Shane Williams. I tell you what, you know, I raced with Shane, I'd say about a week ago in an official. Fun times. I believe we were at, I think it was Kansas last week. I should have beat him. I got cheated, though. But Shane Williams out there rolling around as Nemert's cruising. Oh, Nemert puts down a 51.158. That's good enough for second. So Thomas Spencer dropping like a rock, goes from first to third in just 2 drivers. Let's see what Shane Williams has out of Athens, Ohio. The number 9 machine, Shane Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, the tune playing in the background. These are all Hutchinson Motorsports TV exclusives. This one's called Battle of the Titans. Following Shane Williams, next up here, my pick to junk it tonight, Dylan Johnson out of Davison. Does anybody know where Davison is? Because I sure don't. Hey, Dylan, put your state in your hometown, please. Don't know why these guys are towing it. They're taking this way too seriously. Mick Williams, good enough for last. Good run, Shane. 51.428. Shane Williams, he's junk here tonight. Oh, sorry, that's not last. That is a 51.215. I was looking at Mick Williams. Good enough for 8. Sorry, excuse me, Shane. You're not last. You're just third to last. Well, folks, here's my pick to junk his car tonight. Dylan Johnson, the number 25 machine. He is going to park that car in the backstretch fence. Ladies and gentlemen, I promise. Let us know in the chat, folks, who you think's going to win it, who's going to junk it. We got Bryce Barfield in the chat. Connor Gerard. Thomas Spencer, the field filler himself. Boy, he thought he had a real shot at the pole. Not so fast, Thomas. Dylan Johnson, I don't think got an official lap and must have hit the wall. He's going to be starting in the back from what I'm seeing. But Carl Cantonis, the second out here, out of Placentia, California, that Blockbuster sponsored number 99 machine, Carl Cantonis. We know a bit about Carl. He was in the Superstar ARCA West Series last season. Lucas in the chat. Rooting for Tate LePret. We're single car qualifying, folks, if you just tuned in. Almost 40 cars signed in here tonight. Individual qualifying. We're just kicking back, relaxing. But there's Cantonis here down the backstretch. Next up, though, going to be Jordan Warnock. Warnock in the number 28 machine. Folks, be sure to click the like button on the video and most importantly, subscribe to the channel Hutchinson Motorsports TV, world's #1 streaming service. The only place you're going to find Superstar ARCA Cup Series action here in the 2025 season. We're still here live, folks. Jordan Evans ripping it around. He wants to let you know, subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV. That's a good bio, Jordan. We appreciate it here. Next up, going to be Jared Skinner in the number 7 machine. That's one good-looking car, folks. Speaking of which, you know what? While we're here, let's take a look at the Harpoon design. Peep the paints. Get a closer look at some of these paint schemes here at Daytona. JS Gaming, Jared Skinner. That's his own gaming company. I'm sure it is a Fortune 500 business. Jared Skinner out here making money. End of the tri-oval. He's going to cross the line. What's his time going to be? I don't even see anything here. I don't know if he hit the wall or if that was his out lap, but he's the only car out on the track. Next up, though, going to be Tim McBasketball. Folks, is that his real last name? I have a hard time believing his actual last name is McBasketball. Somebody needs to find out what his real name is. Well, I tell you what, though, Tim, that is one hideous car. You need to go see Brantley Roden at Harpoon Designs. Look at this ugly paint scheme, folks. I'm going to take the drone around, actually. You know, we got a lot of time to kill here, doing single car qualifying. Give me a moment. See if I can connect to this drone here. There we go. I got control. So here's the Hutchison Motorsports TV drone ripping it around Daytona. Tim McBasketball. Well, I tell you what, that is not a good-looking paint scheme. You know, you can go over to harpoondesign.com. Paints start at just $25, Tim. Are you sick of looking like junk? Well, go see Brantley Roden at Harpoon Design. Best paints in the business, bar none, period. Skinner's lap, he crosses the line in 5th place, 51.173 for Skinner. McBasketball, still ripping it around the track. Next up, gonna be the 88 car, Albert Lopez. As we take a look at our chat, we got Connor Gerard out here, Lucas chatting it up. Let us know, though, folks, who you think's going to win this race. Who's going to junk it? What's going to happen here tonight? Who's going to get the pole? Let's start with that. Who is going to get the pole? Is Wild going to hold on? My guess is no. And McBasketball is junk. He is as fast as his paint scheme looks, folks. 51.243 McBasketball and 14th out of 16 cars. Junk. Albert Lopez, I'm not liking this line he's running. My guess is, folks, this lap's going to be junk as well. Lopez going to cross the line here. What'd I tell you? 51.272. Junk. Zachary Taylor out here on the track out of York, Pennsylvania. The number 29 machine. Zachary Taylor taking the green flag. We're about halfway done here with qualifying, folks. I'm going to take a short break, but don't you worry. You're not going to miss a lap of action. We'll stay tuned right here. Kick back, relax, play some music in the background. Click the like button on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. All that good stuff in the description of the video. Check out our Discord as well. All kinds of good stuff going on in the HMS TV Discord. Next up, though, after Taylor, going to be Chris Bush out of Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. We're back here, single car qualifying, Star ARCA Cup Series. Chris Bush ripping it around the track here. I've learned in the chat that is a McBasketball was running a Marty Robbins tribute scheme. Well, I tell you what, John, the paint scheme is still junk. We got EJ in the chat. Connor Gerard. All kinds of fans in the chat. We got some McBasketball fans in the chat. You know, I like leaning into the heel role. If any of you have ever watched WWE or wrestling in general, I make a pretty good heel, so I might have to lean in that. EJ just subscribed to Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Congratulations, EJ. You just made the best decision of your life. We got Hunter in the chat. Purple, EJ, Chris Harvey, John Robertson, Bullet, all kinds of them, man. Hutchinson Motorsports TV chat is bumping right now. And out on the track right now, I know we got a fan of his, Tate LePret. The number 52, Tate LePret, ripping it around the track, has the cookout scheme rolling. Next up, going to be Jimmy Geikus. Geikus in that 18 Cabela's Toyota. As LePret rips it around the track here right now. Wild still top of the board. Evans in second, followed by Tyler, Nemmert, and Spencer somehow rounding out your top 5 here for qualifying action. We are watching the Superstar ARCA Cup Series Daytona Duels here. First race of the season. About 40 cars signed in here tonight. Single car qualifying. LePret disappoints his fans in the chat. 18. Jimmy Geikus out here in the number 18 machine. Hopefully Jimmy can do better than Tate just did. Zachary Tyler in the chat says I qualify P3, and of course commentary goes on break. Well, Tyler, Zachary, sorry. I don't think our fans are too disappointed of missing a qualifying lap. But here's Jimmy Geikus ripping around his lap, coming out of turn 4. Next up on the track, going to be Michael James. This is a unique paint job here. And by unique, do I mean good? I don't think so, folks. Michael James in the number 1 machine. Let's take the Hutchinson Motorsports TV drone out around the track here. Take a closer look at this paint scheme. Here it is, a race deck number 1 machine, Michael James. You know what, now that I look at it, that's not too bad of a paint scheme. From far away, it looks a little worse. I'm kind of digging it. Race deck on the car. Race deck, a good sponsor to the league. Michael James. We fly the Hutchinson Motorsports TV drone out. Next up on the track, Nate Bogus out of Charleston, West Virginia. I tell you what, those hillbillies in West Virginia, ladies and gentlemen, is there anything like them? Hitting a hillbilly. Nate Bogus out of Charleston, West Virginia. Get the job done here tonight. Let's hop on board with the hillbilly. Folks, I'll tell you what, I am not impressed with Nate Bogus. This number 11 car is junk here tonight at Daytona. Next up, though, going to be Alex McQueen in the number 95. Folks, are you enjoying the Hutchinson Motorsports TV tunes in the background? We did create those, custom made. We were sick of getting copyright warnings using quote-unquote non-royalty music. Well, that's not true, folks, so we made our own. Haven't had a strike since. Bogus puts down 6th spot on the board, 51.159. McQueen going to take the green flag here for his out lap. I'm sorry, he's starting his first lap, or his only lap. Let's see who's next up on the track. It's going to be Brian Marshall rolling out in the number 94 machine out of Staunton, Virginia. Marshall. Folks, be sure to drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel here. Hutchison Motorsport TV. You're watching Superstar ARCA Cup Series action. First race of the season, the Daytona Duels. We're doing single car qualifying action. If you're just tuning in here, folks, we have about 40 cars signed in already. About 25 have hit the track, so we're over halfway done. Then we're going to jump into some heat races, followed by our Duels main events tonight. Learning in the chat, Hunter letting us know Michael can't drive. I will take note of that. Good to know, Hunter. Thanks. Alex McQueen, second on the board. Boy, 1/1000th of a second off from the pole. 51.152 for McQueen. We're just kicking back, relaxing here, enjoying the beautiful views of Daytona International Raceway, Speedway, whatever you want to call it. We're here on Hutchison Motorsports TV, which is, folks, the world's #1 streaming service. We got 37 watching right now. How many likes do we have? We got 19 likes, folks. I'm doing the math in my head. And can somebody let me know in the chat, does that add up to you? We have 37 watching, 19 likes. I don't think that all lines up in my head. So click the like button on the video. We've got a quick message from our buddy, Larry McReynolds, who is on the Hutchison Motorsports TV payroll. Here he is. Larry, let him know, bud.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are.
And we are back here. Nathan Johnson ripping it around the track here. Right now, top of the board, Wild up front, followed by McQueen, Evans, Tyler, and Nemmert, your top 5. Boy, look at this beautiful paint scheme. Nathan Johnson really put a lot of hard work into this paint job. Thanks for your effort and dedication, Nathan Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think of this beautiful scheme? This is incredible. I've never seen anything like it. I bet he spent hours on it. Quick time! Doesn't matter. Nathan Johnson has a junk paint scheme, but that car is bad fast. 51.128. Way faster than the rest of the field so far. Nathan Johnson currently on the top of the board. Kyle Hurlitsky out onto the speedway. He was quick time in practice. Can he do the same in qualifying? Following Hurlitsky. I believe it's going to be the 5 machine. So Hurlitsky going to cross the line in the 10th position here. We're still waiting on somebody to hit the track here. These guys are screwing around. Let's see. We got Skylar Jones finally hitting the track. Number 47, Skylar Jones. And nice try, Ruben. Ruben wrote us. I fixed it. Don't worry, bub. I saw that name. But Skylar Jones out onto the track here. Number 47. Jones is from, I believe, Australia. Is he our only international driver? He could be, I don't know. Devin Mayfield in the chat says Sam will win. Not happening, Devin. We're watching Skylar Jones ripping around on his out lap, getting his speed up. We got KC's in the chat. Appreciate all you tuning in here, folks. Looks like we got 34 tuned in here. Hutchinson Motorsport TV, you're watching the world's #1 streaming service, folks. It has been confirmed. I've done extensive research and development. I have looked throughout the entire world. I've been on the internet for days on end, and I have confirmed it, folks. Hutchinson Motorsports TV is, in fact, the world's #1 streaming service. So be sure to click the like button on the video here and subscribe to the channel, because there's nowhere else you're going to see live Superstar ARCA Cup Series action. Right now, though, starting up here shortly, if they haven't gone live already. Jesse Becker, Christian Taylor going live here on the channel as well. We've got the GLSR Mr. Radiator trucks going tonight. So we got a Hutchinson Motorsports TV simulcast, 2 streams, same time, same channel, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. So head on over after we're done. Like that video as well. Subscribe if you're not. So Skylar Jones going to cross the board here in 23rd. Well, I tell you what, that Australian number 47 machine is jumping. Daniel Molnix was on the track. He tows it. Thanks for holding it up, Daniel. If you just tuned in here, we're doing single car qualifying action here, Superstar ARCA Cup Series. This isn't a regular thing, folks, thankfully. We're just doing it here for the first couple races of the season. Waiting for the one to hit the track here. Still nobody on the track. There we go. Ruben Rodas in the number 5 machine. Tried to pull a fast one here by changing his name. Well, that Nissan-sponsored number 5 machine, we got it fixed, Ruben. This is one of my picks to junk it tonight. Ruben Rodas, gonna junk it. Not a chance to finish this race here tonight. Park that thing in the fence. EJ in the chat says it's all about Patty Engineering. I tell you what, EJ, best engineering in the business. Whenever I need engineering done, I go to Patty Engineering. Woo! Nowhere else I'd rather be than over at Patty Engineering. Well, you know, I know the music's loud, but I do know I am louder than the music. I'm looking at the levels right now. We're just here for qualifying. It's no big deal. Just kicking back, relaxing. When you got 30 minutes of qualifying, you need something to break up the monotony. So here's Ruben Rodas out of Powhatan, Virginia. Well, I tell you what, Powhatan, Virginia. Never been there, but I bet that place is a dump. Who wants to bet? Take a look here. We're going to do some research here, folks. Powhatan, Virginia. What we got here, ladies and gentlemen? Let's see who's out on the track now so we don't miss it. Daniel Molnick's out here. Take a look as we stop the music for a moment so I can do some extensive Hutchinson Motorsports TV research on Powhatan. Boy, this town is humongous, folks. Population 402. Yes, 402. Powhatan, Virginia, home of Ruben Rodas. One of the biggest dumps I've ever seen in my life. If you're going on vacation, folks, do not think of stopping by Powhatan, because you're going to be wasting your time. Man, this place. Tell you what. In the Richmond metro area, it says. I feel like they just need to bulldoze the whole city, don't you think? But Daniel Molnick's here around the track. He's going to put down a 51.140. Good enough for third. But let's get that music back playing, folks. This is one of my favorite songs right here. Take a listen. We're going to turn it up.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. Attention, Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed. Feel the speed, the thrill, the chase, racing hearts at the pace, earning rubber victory inside. The Hutchinson Motorsports TV clip ignites the night.
Coggin going to put down 51.188. Good enough for 18. Or slow enough, I should say. Isaiah Watrous out here to Mooresville, North Carolina, the number 60 machine. Watrous, what's he going to do? Takes the green flag here. He's the 33rd car out onto the track, I believe. We are running out of cars here, folks. Only a handful remaining.
Ignites the night.
Well, we appreciate you folks tuning in here. Hutchinson Motorsports TV, you're watching the Star ARCA Cup Series Daytona Duels qualifying, single car qualifying. Going through the tri-oval, Isaiah Watrous going to cross the line here in that number 60 machine. Good enough for fourth, 51.150. Out on the track now, Donald Kite in the number 2 machine. Again, folks, just a handful of cars remaining here for qualifying, thankfully. I'm counting about 5 more or so. Because we also got Craig Martin out here. He is our lone Canadian I'm seeing, folks. 1 Canadian in the field. How about that? Everybody teaming up on the Canadian. He's got no friends out here. The 22, Craig Martin, all on his own as Donald Kite rips it down the back stretch for his lap. And Kite puts down a lap. 14th position for him as we jump back over to Mr. Craig Martin in that number 22 machine. Takes the green flag. But folks, hey, we appreciate you tuning in here. We're about to wrap up qualifying here in the next handful of minutes or so. Then we're going to jump and do our heat races and our duels. I think we have heat races tonight. Hell, I don't even know the format. I'm pretty sure we do, though. Could be wrong. I don't know. I'm probably wrong. I'm just winging it up here. All I do is I call a race. I turn on the stream and I call it like I see it. Right here, though, folks, Clarkston, Michigan native Samuel Hoff. What does Sam have in store for us tonight as Martin's going to go through the tri-oval? What kind of lap time does Craig Martin from Canada have? Not the worst, not the best. 14th position for Martin. But here comes Hoff. He's going to cross the line, takes the green flag, and that number 00, Sam Hoff. Put Boo Sam in the chat. Everybody drop an L for Sam, L Sam or Boo Sam. Let us know in the chat what you think of Sam Hoff. Heading into turns 3 and 4 here. What does Hoff have up his sleeve? Let's hop on board as he crosses the line. This might be a pretty good lap, folks. Can Hoff take over the top position? We are on board. Samuel Hoff in front of a sold-out crowd going into the tri-oval. He's going to cross the line. Lap time's going to be, second place, a 51.130. Next up, Hunter Senior in the number 12 machine, taking the green. 2 cars left after Hunter. We're going to have Travis Bieber, followed by Alex Anderson. Purebred Fred in the chat. Hey, Fred, how you been doing, buddy? Check out Fred over on Twitch. Purebred Fred, pure_bred_Fred. Believe it or not, folks, that is his real name, Fred Bread. I thought he was kidding. I demanded to see his birth certificate. He showed it. Fred Bread. That's his name. Well, look at this junker of a lap time. Hunter Senior in the 29th position. I see 2 cars that haven't hit the track yet, but they're still not out. Oh, here we go. Alex Anderson rolling out. Alex Anderson going to be the last car to hit the track here for qualifying, folks. Can he unseat your pole sitter, or is Johnson going to hold on? Time to beat is 51.128. Alex Anderson ripping it around the top here, gaining all the speed he can on his outlap. Since he's the last car, we're going to take the Hutchinson Motorsports TV drone back here, folks. Best drone cam in the business. Here it is. Let's fly this around here, see what Anderson has up his sleeve. Look at this car here. Got the Rain Storm 67 machine. I believe he was last season's champion, if I'm not mistaken. I do know he went out on a tear, winning all the races at the end. He is the car to beat this season. Going through the tri-oval here, going to take the green flag. Look at this beautiful 67 machine. We're going to hop on board with Anderson. What does he have up his sleeve? I know the key is to hold that wheel steady. He's coming up the track pretty high here. A lot higher than I would want. But hey, he is the professional here. Let's see if he's got enough, though. Going down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Through the front stretch into the tri-oval. Checkered flag in the air. Alex Anderson. Not the best. Alex Anderson, 23rd. Boy, I told you he ran too high. But, folks, it's official. Nathan Johnson, quick time, 51.128, folks. All right, folks, our driver's going to get gridded up here shortly. I believe the way they're doing it is if you're in an odd number, you're in the first race. If you're in an even number, you're in the second one. So we're going to get the session advanced here. Race number 1 of the night. Not sure of the format, honestly, folks. I didn't do a lot of background research. But we check out the chat here. We got Purebred Fred out there, Savannah Sweeney, root for Tim McBasketball. Boy, McBasketball has a lot of fans out here tonight, and I was thrashing him during his qualifying run. I am not very liked here tonight, but hey, I'm used to it, folks. We're going to lean into the thing, and we're going to be bashing Tim McBasketball. All right, folks, I can't really give your starting lineup because the whole field's not going to grid. We're just doing the even numbers. I'll kind of go through it here, but it's not really ideal. So, again, just the cars on the inside lane here are the ones in this first race. 40-lap duels. I believe we're just going to have two. I hope we're not doing a 40-lap heat race and then a main after that. I would not be impressed with that, but I don't think we are. So here we go, folks. Here's your starting lineup for duel number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, your starting lineup for duel number 1 on the front row from the pole position to the number 19, Nathan Johnson on his outside. Gonna be the 5 machine, Ruben Rodas. Row number 2 on the inside, gonna be Isaiah Watcherson, the 60, Alex McQueen in the 95. Row number 3, gonna be Zachary Tyler in the 29, Thomas Spencer in the 3. Next row gonna be Michael James in the 1, Craig Martin in the 22. Jimmy Geikus in the 18, Jared Skinner in the 7, Bryce Barfield in the 37, Alex Anderson in the 67, Brian Marshall in the 94, Carl Cantonis in the 99, Shane Williams in the 9, the 70 of Caleb Yates on his outside, Jordan Warnick, Tate LaPrette, Albert Lopez, and Travis Bieber rounding out the field, folks. Half the field hitting the track here. Hutchison Motorsports TV bringing you Superstar ARCA Cup Series Daytona Duels. Duel race number 1 coming up here next. Let us know in the chat, folks, who do you think's going to win this thing? Again, 40 laps here tonight for duel number 1. Boy, Johnson has that hideous car in the front row, but that thing was hooked up here tonight. Rodas on his outside in the 5. So we get the field all gridded up. It is a manual grid. Sam Hoff instructing these guys where to go. They're not very good at math. Sam tried telling them, if you're an odd number, you're in the first race. Well, these guys don't know their evens and odds. But, folks, we're about to go 40 laps around Daytona. Duel race number 1, Superstar ARCA Cup Series. Getting twilight here. Duel number 1 about to start. Let us know in the chat, though, who you think's going to win it. I'm looking through the field. My pick to win this race, believe it or not, nobody would have thought that I would take this pick, but I think he somehow gets it done. I'm going with the field filler, Thomas Spencer out of Long Beach, California. I think the field filler wins the race, mainly, folks, because this race doesn't count towards the points. He might fluke one out and win it. Thomas Spencer, my pick to win. But the field is set. Johnson on the inside. Rodas on the outside. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for some Superstar ARCA Cup Series action? The 2025 season is about to get underway at Daytona. Pace car is in. Field is set. The fans, they're on their feet. They're off their seats. Green flag in the air. We're racing at Daytona. Pretty good jump throughout the field, even to the top, to the bottom, everybody side by side. Who's going to be the first of the field to make a move to the front? Are these guys going to be patient, or are they looking to junk it? We got the 7 of Skinner jumping down to the bottom line here. Looks like the high line getting a little connected here. Big push on that outside line. Rodas goes to the bottom, throws a block on the 19. Alex McQueen Cruising around here, he is the lead car on the top line in that number 95. Clean and green still. Oh, 19 into the pit road here. Not sure what happened. Our pole sitter, Johnson, down pit road. Ruben Rodas, your race leader out front. The number 5, Nissan sponsored, out of Powhatan, Virginia. The most podunk village or town, whatever you want to call it, I've ever seen in my life. A population of 402 people. Can you believe that? Let's jump to the field a little bit. See who's out here. We got any fan favorites out on the track? My pick to win, Thomas Spencer. He's gone nowhere. Currently 9th. Let's see where he started, folks. Well, he's back to 10th. He started 11th, so he's really going nowhere. Folks, I might have to change my pick here if he doesn't get on the gas. Let's hop on board with the field filler, Thomas Spencer. Here's Spencer, mid-pack, right in the middle of the field. Folks, you're watching duel number 1, Superstar ARCA Cup Series action, Daytona Duels tonight. We went through some single car qualifying action. Well, here we are, Jared Skinner taking over that race lead. Boy, the high line took it over like a freight train. Ruben Rodas stays on the bottom. He goes from the lead back to 5th. Jared Skinner looking bad fast, getting a big push from the race deck number 1 machine, Michael James. Big shout out to our sponsors this season, though, folks. We got Race Deck, Pro Excavating, more to come. Don't worry, folks, under our side-by-side caution, or I'm sorry, not caution, during our side-by-side break, you will see all our great sponsors' logos. Haven't had a shot to go side-by-side much here tonight. We're watching them ripping around Daytona for the duels. We're in lap number 4. Let's check out the Hutchinson Motorsports TV Battle for Last, folks. You know, if you're new here, the Battle for Last has got some unique rules. I don't count guys that have lost the draft or crashed or anything crazy happen. I'm counting the guys out there. They're at 100%. They're driving their hardest, but it's just not enough. They're running last. So right now, Brian Marshall currently running last, folks. Let's pull up this beautiful graphic here, folks. Get used to seeing this. The Hutchinson Motorsports TV Battle for Last graphic in the bottom left of your screen right now. It goes to Brian Marshall. Let's hop on board with this slow jump, number 94. Is that a crate engine in there, folks? This thing is junk. But it's time to jump back up near the front here, see what's going on through the field. Alex McQueen currently in the 8th position, but up front, though, Michael James in that 1 machine, your race leader. Long way to go here tonight. Not sure what the fuel conditions are here, when or if these guys are going to need to pit. There's no telling. We're just going to have to find out together, folks. As we look through the field, here's no wrecks yet. These guys playing pretty nice. Let's take a look at the Hutchinson Motorsports TV number 37 machine of Bryce Barfield. Folks, while we're green, you know what? I think it's time to take the HMS TV drone around the track. So here's Bryce Barfield with the beautiful Hutchinson Motorsports TV number 37 machine. Boy, we hired Bryce this season. We expect him to do a good job for us. But take a look at this car. It's not the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your... Oh, look out! Well, drone's toast, folks. Lost another drone. Well, if you watch Hutchinson Motorsports TV very much, folks, that seems to happen a lot. The drone budget has gone through the roof lately. I'd love to blame somebody, but unfortunately, I just need to get better at flying these things. So Bryce Barfield still cruising around the 15th position. Not going to lie, that Hutchinson Motorsports TV 37 car, it's junk. But I'll tell you who's not junk. The race deck number 1 machine, Michael James out front, but here comes Rodas to the outside line. Look out, the 67 sideways, a big save. Oh my, Alex Anderson. How did he save that car? That was incredible, folks. I thought we were about to junk the field. Alex Anderson Absolutely had that thing sideways. Somehow saves it, keeps it rolling. We're still green. Unreal. Ruben Rhodes still your leader out front. Started third, running first. He's been out front this whole time. Take a look here, Alex McQueen in 7th. So let's take a look here at our top 10 real fast. Ruben Rhodes out front. Jared Skinner in 2nd. Michael James in the 3rd spot. We got Alex Anderson, Isaiah Waters, Caleb Yates, Zachary Tyler, Alex McQueen, Thomas Spencer, and Carl Cantonis rounding out your top 10. Heading into lap number 9 of duel number 1, Superstar ARCA Cup Series action here live on Hutchison Motorsports TV, folks. Be sure, though, if you haven't yet, click the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment in the chat who you think's going to win this thing. We got Real Talk Racing out there, Connor Gerard, Purebred Fred, all kinds of fans in the chat. 34 watching right now. Fastest lap of the session just turned by Craig Martin, the Canadian. But it's not really helping him because he's sitting in the 14th position. We got a couple off the track into the grass. That was your race leader. Boy, the one of Michael James sends it through the grass along with Jared Skinner as well. Let's take a look at what happened. We're still green, by the way. So there's the 7. Boy, that's unfortunate. These guys were up front. Let's rewind this a little bit here. Get a better view. So watch the 1 and the 7 here. You're watching a replay. We're still green, I believe. Down the backstretch here. 7 giving a push to the 5. Big run on the inside line. Oh, 7 just gets smoked there going into the corner. 1's able to keep it rolling, but he's going to lose the draft. So we're still clean and green. Lap number 10. Your race leader now, Caleb Yates in that number 70 machine. Jumping around the track here, Alex McQueen in 8th. Then we got Thomas Spencer right there in the 6th position as well. Well, folks, as we have 30 laps remaining here for duel number 1 with the Superstar ARCA Cup Series. Again, click the like button, subscribe to the channel. We're going to take a quick break, but don't you worry. You're not going to miss a lap. We're going Hutchison Motorsports TV side by side. Take a look at these great sponsors we have supporting our season. We're back here live at the Daytona Duels Superstar ARCA Cup Series first race of the season. Folks, we appreciate you tuning in here. Hutchinson Motorsports TV. We've got 2 races going on at the same time. We got Jesse and Christian over there on the GLSR Mr. Radiator Truck Series. But a big shout out to our sponsors here with the Superstar ARCA Cup Series. The Dentist's Choice, Pro Excavating, Patty Engineering, Race Deck, and Rentley. Some of the best sponsors in the business here, folks. Right now out front, Caleb Yates, still your race leader in that number 70, folks. He started back in the 31st. Well, not really. He qualified 31st. Again, we cut the field in half, so really that means he started, I believe, 16th. But no big wrecks yet. We had that one mix up there with the 1 and the 7. I believe the 7 said his engine blew. Must have been pushing the leader too hard. And we got some lap traffic coming up here, folks. That is Albert Lopez. What's Albert going to do? Is he going to do the noble thing, get out of the way? Or is he going to put it right in the middle of the track? Caleb Yates, though, your leader here, controlling this race. Long way to go still. We're not even halfway done. Second position now, Alex Anderson. He's on that bottom lane. Boy, we saw a heck of a save from Anderson. He was turned completely sideways down the straightaway, corrected it to the left into the right. I thought he was going to spin out 4 different times. Somehow keeps it rolling as the 29 is going to give him a bump. Meanwhile, for some reason, I picked the field filler to win, Thomas Spencer. Well, here he is, folks. Let's take a look at Thomas's bio here. The field filler. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody fills a race field like the number 3 machine, Thomas Spencer. Let's hop on board. Spencer biding his time there in the middle of the pack, currently in the 9th spot here. Trying to see where this main pack breaks off. So here we go. So the last car in this main pack, Travis Bieber in the 14th spot. So we got 14 cars in this lead pack. Then next up, we got a breakaway pack of 2 cars. Jordan Warnick in the 15th position, Brian Marshall in 16th. And well behind him, we saw him involved in that incident earlier where the 7 blew his motor. Michael James gets tangled up, thrown off the track, loses the draft big time. He's way back there. He needs a caution. Meanwhile, Bryce Barfield out of McDonough, Georgia in the 12th position. He has a Hutchinson Motorsports TV number 37 machine. Bryce needs to get up front. We need some TV time, Bryce. Get on the gas. Single file up front, though. Caleb Yates, your leader. Boy, top lane has been totally given up. First, like 8 or 9 cars, all on the bottom. First car on the high line, I believe it's a 95 on McQueen, all the way back in the 9th position at the time. But we're almost halfway done here with duel number 1, Superstar ARCA Cup Series action here tonight. Connor Gerard, if you're in the chat, hey, if you're checking out the GLSR race that Jesse and Christian are hosting, let us know what's going on over there. Just keep us up to date with all of our Hutchinson Motorsports TV leagues. But Alex McQueen now in the 7th position here, jumping up front here. Yates still leading this race. He's been up front for a while out of Lake St. Louis, Missouri. You know, I'm pretty close to St. Louis. I'm about an hour and a half southeast of St. Louis. I had no clue there was a Lake St. Louis. You learn something all the time, folks. I mean, what the hell is it? Is it an island on the river, or what's going on? Caleb Yates, though, dominating this race. Alex Anderson in second. Zach Taylor in third. Isaiah Watrous, and then Ruben Rodas rounding out your top 5. We got a couple going down pit road here, folks. Thomas Spencer, Shane Williams, and Carl Cantonis. Boy, I'm not sure about this call, pitting with 3 people. I don't know. It might work out. Sometimes when you're in a pack with 3, you can actually do a little quicker because you got nobody pulling up side by side. Bad stop for Cantonis. That's bad news for all those guys. All those guys in the pits, Cantonis is going to have a slow stop. Look out, there, gets right hooked into the fence. Caution is out. Oh, my goodness. Jimmy Geikus, the 18, just got flat out murdered. Right hooked into the fence. I think McQueen got him. Oh, my. Let's take a look here at the replay. Caution is out. Going up to the Hutchinson Motorsports chopper cam. Let's find a look. Hang on, folks. Trying to find it. They moved it on me. This will do. This view will do. So here it is. There's the 18. I think the 18 just comes up, right hooks himself. Jimmy Geikus, your car, buddy, it's junk. Watch this one more time here, folks. We can get another view. If I can find the chopper cam, it's moved on me. Here we go. So here's the chopper. Let's take a look. You know, I mean, I don't know. You be the judge at home. What do you guys think? Let's slow motion this for you. So we got McQueen on the outside, Geikus on the bottom. I kind of feel like McQueen goes down and Geikus comes up a touch. McQueen might have came down more than I originally thought. That's just a pretty close call there, you know. Yeah, I mean, I definitely see McQueen come down a touch, but I think I see Geikus go up a touch as well. Just wrong place, wrong time. Geikus is junk. Caution is out. But you know what? That's good news, though, for those 3 that pit, as we got a subscriber. Mateo just subscribed to Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Ladies and gentlemen, W in the chat for Mateo. Unbelievable. We got a new subscriber here. Hutchinson Motorsports TV, world's #1 streaming service. You just made the best decision of your life, Mateo. Folks, we're going to take a quick break, though. Already losing my voice for some reason, but hey, we're going to take a short break here. We'll be back in a moment. Kick back, relax, enjoy some tunes as most of the field comes down pit road. All right, folks, we're back here. You know, I was going to try to pull in. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to pull in somebody for an interview. It's kind of hard, though. You know, there's 4,000 different channels here in this Discord, so it's going to be hard for me to find the proper one to drop them in. So give me a moment. Thomas, Blake up in the booth. You got a copy?
I do, Blake. What's up?
Hey, not much. You know, you're out front on a pit strategy call. You know, surprisingly, you were my pick to win it. You think you can get it done here in the last, I don't know, what, 15, 20 laps?
I don't know. We'll see. The inside line definitely seemed to be the dominant one. The outside line has just failed to really link up. So I'm hoping just leading the front. I got the fuel to make it to the end, so it helps a lot having two of my teammates behind me. So we're gonna try and just push it all the way to the win.
All right, well, hey, we wish you the best of luck, Thomas. Hopefully you can park that thing in victory lane for us.
Thanks, Blake.
Thomas Spencer from Coastline Racing has his teammates there with him, folks. Making sure I put them in the right chat. I did. Okay, so his teammates seem to include Alan Wild, Braden McWilliams, Carl Cantonis, Devin McIntosh, and Shane Williams. Seems like they have half the damn field on that team. So, I mean, I like their chances, folks. Again, some of those guys may not be in this heat race, though, or in this, not heat race. I guess you would call it a duel. Duel number one. But Thomas Spencer, you know, he's normally the field filler. He was my pick to win it. That Rentley number 3 machine. Can Thomas Spencer get it done as he's out front? But hey, folks, we appreciate you guys tuning in here tonight. Hutchinson Motorsports TV, world's #1 streaming service. Click that like button, subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate you. We've really scooped up a good amount of subscriptions tonight, all thanks to you guys. We're up to 792, folks. We're only 8 subscribers away from 800. Did not expect to get this many tonight. I think we've hit around 20 or so, if I'm not mistaken. While you're at it, though, click the like button on the video. Before we go green, we got a message from our buddy, Larry McReynolds.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchinson Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright.
Oh, thanks for that, Larry. We really appreciate you, buddy. Larry McReynolds, America's crew chief on the payroll here tonight. Checking out the Hutchinson Motorsports TV chat here. You guys are really involved here tonight. We got McCullough of SimSport appreciating the Pro Spill Recovery and Excavation logo. Looking good. Will, thanks. We definitely appreciate that. But, folks, we're about to drop the hammer and go green. Pace car is in. Field is set. These fans, they're on their feet, off their seats. Green flag in the air at Daytona. Spencer out front, side by side with Williams on the outside. That is Shane Williams, teammates with Spencer. So our front row both on the same team, but Williams going to take that bottom line, join his teammate Spencer on the bottom. So Williams in the 9, Spencer in the 3, teammates bumper to bumper on the preferred line. That bottom line seems to be moving well tonight. We did see that top line. They did get one good run earlier on. We got 16 laps left to go here tonight. You're watching Superstar ARCA Cup Series action, duel number 1 here on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Are these guys going to stay friendly, or are they going to start getting antsy? As we're over halfway done, Thomas Spencer trying to hold on to the 4th position. Isaiah Watrous, your race leader for now. There's Watrous in the high line, has the 67 of Anderson. Boy, that's always a car you want behind you, that 67. Alex Anderson, he won more races last season than anybody. Probably the most talent in the field. Let's jump up to our it's actually our Harpoon Design blimp. That's Brantley Roden up there, folks. Be sure if you need a paint job, head on over harpoondesign.com. Brantley Roden will hook you up. Paint start at just $25. Can you believe it? What a deal. But, folks, it's time to go down trackside for the Harpoon Design. Bring the noise. Cover your ears. These engines get loud. Ladies and gentlemen, time to bring the noise with Harpoon Design. Always beautiful views around the speedway with the Harpoon design. Bring the noise. 12 laps remain. Martin out front. That's Craig Martin, the lone Canadian in the field. Can he get the job done as he's out front? Tate Lupret right beside him as well. Here comes Lupret on the bottom. The 52 of Lupret going to take over the race lead. Lupret to the inside. Martin on the outside. Ruben Rodas in the 5 on the bottom. Is he going to give a push to Lupret, or does he want the lead to himself? You're watching Superstar ARCA Cup Series action. Daytona Duels. This is just duel number 1 of the night, folks. So we're not even halfway done with this evening. What a great race so far. We've had a little bit of everything. Clean green flag racing. You know, green flag stops actually started, and then we had the wreck that brought out the yellow. So we've got a little bit of everything here. Craig Martin trying to take back the race lead as he's side by side with Tate Lupret. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a 3-wide battle for last. You don't want to miss this. My favorite battle, the Hutchinson Motorsports TV battle for last. Right now, folks, it is Caleb Yates. Well, I tell you what, Caleb Yates was leading some laps earlier on. Well, here he is right now. He's running dead last. Hutchinson Motorsports TV battle for last goes to the 70, Caleb Yates. Well done, Caleb. Take a look at this graphic, folks, real quick. That is beautiful, is it not? The bottom left of your screen. Unbelievable. So we jump back up front here. Your race leader, still Craig Martin, the Canadian. Can the Canadian get it done? 10 laps remain here. Duel number 1 Superstar ARCA Cup Series action. What a great way to start the season, folks. Oh, look out. 95 almost junks the 22. Almost lost it himself here. He's going to get shuffled back a little bit. Alex McQueen. Highline loses serious momentum. Basically kills the whole line. Meanwhile, the 67 of Anderson shoots outside, gets a little bit of help with him. Well, I tell you what, Alex Anderson, fully expect him to take over the top spot in the Hutchinson Motorsports TV Power Rankings. Folks, if you're new here, or if you're a Superstar ARCA Cup Series driver, and you're not too familiar with Hutchinson Motorsports TV, you need to check out our description here in the video. We have our Discord linked in there. Every week, we put out a Hutchinson Motorsports TV Power Rankings. That's all our drivers and all of our series we cover. We put them all into one rankings. We use our stats and all kinds of stuff. It's honestly pretty impressive. And we rank them from 1 to, depends how many cars we got. You know, we've had everywhere from 80 to 120. Just kind of depends. But you definitely want to check that out. Every Friday, we put out our power rankings. We are going to have the Superstar ARCA Cup Series involved next week. So this Friday, we're going to have them in the power rankings. We will go back to last season's stats, but you will have to start this race to be included. So anybody that missed tonight is not going to be included in the power rankings. And then from that point, it just kind of falls off. It's basically a 5-race rotation. You get to drop a race or two, just depending on various metrics. But Alex Anderson, he is your race leader right now, and he's going to become your power rankings leader if he keeps this up for sure. And again, folks, you know, we have on Sunday nights, we even have IMSA racing here on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. So on that list, we not only have NASCAR drivers, we've got everything from NASCAR trucks to ARCA Cup cars. And now we also have IMSA cars as well. 3 different classes there. So it's pretty impressive to see, you know, 6 or 7 different styles of cars on one power rankings list. As Anderson, still your race leader. Going into turn 1, 7 laps remain here. Superstar ARCA Cup Series duel number 1 of the night. Checking out the chat here, we got Tech Sage, very first iRacing NASCAR live, and man, I love this. Well, hey, we appreciate you tuning in, Tech. Check out the description on the channel here. Join our Discord. That's where you can stay up to date where all our streams are. Oh, look out! 70 into the wall. Boy, Caleb Yates was running last earlier. Now he's up there in the front, but he's smoking the wall. Look out, he's sideways. Oh, my car is junk. Caution is out. Let's see what happened here, folks. We saw it live, but let's get a little better view here. All right, let's take a look here as the cars are parked. We know Caleb Yates is involved. Let's check out the Hutchinson Motorsports TV chopper cam. Get a little better view. So here it is. So there it is. Let's rewind this again. Does he get some help? Well, I mean, definitely get some help, but does he come down is what I'm thinking. Let us know at home what you think. We're going to slow this down. That's pretty tight right there. I just don't know. You know, 3 wide racing. Does the, I believe that's the 18. Does he? I mean, 18 holds his line. I mean, 70 doesn't really come down much, but it doesn't really take much. So it looks like not a lot of damage in the fields for the rest of these guys, but the 70 going to have some major damage. That's going to bring out the caution. We're going to have about 4 laps to go or so once we go back green. Alex Anderson, your race leader, folks. We're going to take our last break of this duel. We're going to go Hutchinson Motorsports TV side by side. Again, though, check out the description here on the video. There's ways you can support us in there, as well as check out our Discord. Be sure to join that Discord, though. A lot of good stuff going on in there. Definitely don't want to miss that. But we'll be back in a moment. Hutchinson Motorsports TV side by side. Finish up next. All right, folks, we are back here. We're going to get them lined up and ready to roll. Looks like your front row going to be Anderson on the inside, Martin on the outside. If you're paying attention to the chat, Real Talk Gaming, let us know there are no green-white checkers in these dual races. So essentially, a wreck would end it. But the finish coming up here. This is duel number 1 you're watching. We got one more duel still here, folks. We're not even halfway done with the racing action. So be sure, click the like button on the video. Most importantly, subscribe to the channel. We are pushing towards 800 subscribers, which, folks, believe it or not, that's actually, this is 100% fact, by the way. That is actually the most subscribers any YouTube channel has ever had, period. That is fact. Trust me, I've dug through the internet. I've looked throughout the entire internet. No channel has ever had more than 800 subscribers. Wow. Unbelievable. Never seen anything like it. But nonetheless, the pack is getting set again. Your front row, Alex Anderson on the inside. Craig Martin on the outside. Row number 2 going to be Isaiah Watrous on the inside. And the 37. Isn't that Hutchinson Motorsports TV, number 37, by the way? Bryce Barfield. Rounding out the top 5, Zachary Tyler as well there. So we're going to take the green here, folks. You know, on this new ticker we got, there is a bug where we cannot see the lap count under caution, so I'm not 100%, but I think we'll have about 3 or 4 to go once we take the green. As soon as the green flag drops, though, don't worry. It will show the lap count. But again, we appreciate you guys tuning in here. You're about to see the finish. Duel number 1 here. We got 39 watching. That's pretty good for an iRacing broadcast. Click that like button for us here. We got 26 likes, 39 watching. Mateo in the chat. What an accomplishment. We're part of history. Thanks, Mateo. We appreciate it here. We put a lot of research into that. Good to have you here, buddy. But the field is set. Pace car is in. These fans, they're on their feet, off their seats. Green flag back in the air. 3 laps to go here. Duel number 1. Boy, Anderson with an aggressive move to the top. He says, get out of the way, 22. What a move there. Alex Anderson holds that high line, but here comes the bottom. That's Isaiah Watchers in that number 60 machine. Going down the backstretch. Again, folks, if we get a caution, this race is over. No green, white checkers. Anderson knows he has to defend that lead. You don't want to give it up for a second, because as soon as these guys start junking it, it's over. Boy, a big push there from Craig Martin, the Canadian, in the 22 machine. The 10 looking for some help. 28 looks at the bottom. He's not clear, but he shoves himself in there. What a move. Boy, Jordan Warnock had no space. Just shoves his nose down there, says, all right, Isaiah, you're not fast enough. Get out of the way, loser. Wow. I don't know how he didn't junk it there. 2 laps remain, though. Alex Anderson, still your leader out front. They're 3 wide, though, behind him. Barfield to the outside. Oh, they're junking it. Caution is out. This one's over. Caution is out. We'll have to wait for the official scoring. I think Bieber took it, though. Let's try to decipher when this caution came out. You know, I don't really know. There's really no good way. I can't tell when the caution came out. So we'll try to slow this down here. We know Anderson was out front. We saw Barfield go to the outside line. So they're wrecking right now. I think the 10 takes it. Looks like the 10 of Travis Bieber going to be your winner. Let's wait for the confirmation, though. Bieber, boy, just like I said, you know, the defending that lead was just so important. Anderson had the lead for basically that entire restart, and he lost it for half a second. And, folks, that was a half a second. Looks like he got past. So we're going to wait for him to finish it up here for our official scoring. But I think, folks, Travis Bieber going to be duel number 1 winner. Yeah, looks like nothing's changing, so I believe we can call it there. So Bieber going to be your winner, Anderson second, and Warnock in third. While he rips it around, let's save some time, folks. Let's go ahead, see if we can find Travis Bieber in the chat. Do a quick little interview. Here he is. Hang on, folks. Travis, Blake up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, man. How's it going?
Hey, it's going good, but not as good for you. You know, you get around Anderson literally for half a second, and thankfully for you, the caution comes out at the perfect time. You take home duel number 1. How's it feel?
It feels pretty good, except it's telling me right now we have a green-white checker coming up here.
Oh, there's a green-white check. Well, the chat must have lied to me because they told me there were no green-white checkers.
They lied to all of us, but I'm feeling good. Got my teammate behind me here, so we'll see how this goes.
All right. Well, hey, I guess you didn't win it, so we're going to do a green-white checkered, a little jumping the gun there, but we'll send you back down. Were you in Savage House Bandits?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, hey, we send Travis back down there. You know, looks like everybody lied to the drivers, to the broadcasters. We do have a green-white checkered, folks. Man, that's gotta be rough for Bieber. You know, you think you take home the win, and then all of a sudden you don't. There is a green-white checkered. Unbelievable. Real Talk Racing, we're gonna blame you for that one, bub. But, hey, it's all good. This is duel number 1. We're going to get a good finish here. Does anybody know how many green-white checks? Somebody said there is 3. Well, I hope we don't need all 3 of them. Hopefully we can get the green flag, finish this duel number 1, and jump into 2 here. But let's take a look at the chat. We got Sam, the racer, says green-white checkered. Real Talk Racing, there's 3. Connor Gerard. Connor Gerard always paying attention. I tell you what, Connor Gerard absolutely loves Hutchinson Motorsports TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm coming in from Dover Motor Speedway here. Blake, how you doing over here?
Hey, I'm doing great. Good to see you. You know, Christian Taylor joining us in. Christian, how are things going over in the GLSR Mr. Radiator Truck Series with you and Jesse?
Well, we've had a few cautions. We've had some technical stream difficulties. So if you're over here because you can't be over there right now, ladies and gentlemen, Jesse is working on it. I want you to send letters to Spectrum and tell them how horrible they are.
Boy, that's unfortunate to see, you know. And Christian, you joined at a good time here. This is the end of duel number 1. We're going to have a green-white checker. These guys just junked it.
Wow. Green, white checker, duel 1. This seems like it's going to be intense here tonight. We got the intense meter going. Connor, you got to let us know where it's at.
Yeah, Connor, that's a good point. You know, Connor hasn't given us an intense update ever since we were single-car qualifying. But the field is set. Christian, you may as well stick around here for the finish of this duel number 1 as Jesse gets that streamlined out.
I sure will. I mean, why would I miss a super speedway exciting finish here? Pace car lights are still on. We got one more lap around, it looks like.
Yeah, apparently, I guess we're doing some we had a mishap there. Everybody in the chat and the race, apparently, we believe there were no green-white checkers in these duels. Well, the caution came out. We thought the race was over, and there's actually 3 green-white checkers. So we're getting lined up and ready to roll.
Well, always good to finish under green. No one wants to race to finish under caution.
Absolutely. You know, Travis Bieber, your race leader, you know, he didn't lead a second of this race until literally right before the caution came out. Takes over the race lead. Caution came out. We thought it was over. Thought it was a hell of a win for him. But unfortunately, he's going to have to try to win it the right way.
As they are back green at Dover, ladies and gentlemen, in the Mr. Radiator Truck Series. I'm not sure there's a stream just yet, but they are green after their most recent incident.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. You know, can't control the internet issues. Thankfully, I've been pretty lucky on the internet end. Had a couple minor technical difficulties, but seems like Jesse's not as well off here tonight.
Nope, definitely not. But I can report, Harpoon Designs driver Mark Whitley is leading the race right now at Dover. They are on lap 63 of 150.
Well, that's good to know. You know, Harpoon Design, you know, we mentioned them earlier, folks. If you need a paint job, head on over harpoondesign.com. Brantley Roden actually trading paints, #1 painter. That is a fact. You can go over to tradingpaints.com, click the painters tab, and you'll see him come up. #1, Brantley Roden. Paints start at $25, and they look incredible.
Wow. You know, I just ordered one myself, and I'm in love with it. I was easily the best looking car on the track in the league I was running, I tell you.
Yeah, you know, Christian, that was a great night for you. You know, you went out there, you qualified, and you didn't make the show.
Well, we didn't have to bring that part up on stream, Blake, but hey, you know what? It happens. Sometimes you're the bat, sometimes you're the ball, sometimes you don't even come out of the ball bag.
Yeah, you know, it was pretty tough to see, but the pace cars heading in. We're going to see Travis Bieber on the inside, Alex Anderson on the outside in front of a sold-out crowd. Green, white, checkered, green flag in the air.
Let's see what Travis Bieber has to do to win this race as he gets a good jump here. The 67 on the high side coming with a run with the 60 behind him. Gonna go to run a high side. Bieber should have went up there. He just missed his chance to win this thing, I think.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it works out. We'll see if we can get to the white flag. We do have 3 green, white checkers. If these guys junk it here on the backstretch, we will rack them up and try it again. But it's looking good so far here with a lap and a half left to go. Alex Anderson out front as your race leader.
Anderson going to keep the lead into 3 as we get some cars getting sideways in the back there. The 60 is on his tail, giving him some help right there as the 37 below.
Yeah, the 37, that's Bryce Barfield, gave him a side draft there the best he could. He held him up pretty well there into the trial. Well, we're going to get the white flag. Yes, we are. We're going to have a finish.
White flag indeed. Will it be Barfield on the bottom side, or will it be Anderson who's dominating that high side? Or is Bieber got something in his sleeve? Second back on the bottom. Can he get up in front of that 67? It does not appear so, although he is clear.
Oh, they're trying to junk it in the back, but, well, you know, I was talking to Travis Bieber earlier. Justin is his brother. Justin Bieber, his brother, Travis Bieber, in the second position, trying to win it here at Daytona.
Going through the final turn. The 10 of Bieber and the 37 of Barfield have broke away. Bieber, will he make the move? As I hand it over to you, Blake.
Into the tri-oval. Barfield going to door him. Into the tri-oval, checkered flag waving. Who's it going to be? Too close to call. It's Bryce Barfield by 16 100ths of a second.
And a very intense crash right there at the end. Barfield is junk, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
But he did what he had to do to win. Blake, what kind of a move was that? Do you label that clean?
That was incredible. Let's hang on. I'm trying to find, again, they keep moving the chopper cam on me, but here it is. You know, I don't blame Barfield here because if he doesn't go up to make a move there, he's a sitting duck. So we're going to play this here and we're going to slow it down. So we see the 10 has a big run. Bieber has this race won. Well, Barfield goes up there, just flat out doors him. But it is what it is. They're in the tri-oval. He doors him, comes back to the bottom, gets a little bit of a push up, and it's over. So we're going to the next duel number 2. But Bryce Barfield, your winner of duel number 1 here tonight. But folks, nothing we can do. You know, it ended the session there. We go on. It's actually a heat race is what happened. So heat number 2, which is going to be duel number 2. But is Jesse back on air, Christian?
It does appear so. Seems like he's just going live again. So hopefully Spectrum's going to cooperate as I'm going to be trying. If everything goes well with Jesse's stream, I'll be back and forth here tonight from Dover to Daytona. You know, I'm broadcasting kind of in the middle right now. I'm just trying to do everything I can. But, you know, I'm one of the best broadcasters in America. I can tell you, I can handle it.
Hey, real quick, let's do a quick interview for Bryce Barfield, your winner of duel number 1. Bryce, Blake, and Christian up in the booth. You got a copy.
Yeah, I got you.
Boy, getting the job done there for Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Well done. You know, whenever the 10 of Bieber made that move to the top, I thought he had it won, but you were able to get up there and basically door the hell out of him.
Yeah, that's right. I knew he was going to get to my outside coming off that corner, and if I protected the top, he would have just passed me on the bottom. So I just wanted to make sure he got the win. That was a crazy finish, though.
Yeah, that was a hell of a move there. You know, it was aggressive, but I mean, I think it's fair. You know, at Daytona, coming through the tri-oval, somebody's got to run on you. You got to door them sometimes.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do to win the race. I don't think it was anything too crazy. I mean, I didn't wreck him. I definitely doored him pretty hard, but that was fun.
Absolutely. Well, hey, great job, you know, parking it in victory lane, winning your duel here tonight. Has to feel good going into the opener next week at Daytona.
It feels good, but, you know, this track, it doesn't mean anything. I mean, I ran pretty much last the whole first half of that race and ended up winning it, so you can come from anywhere.
Absolutely. Christian, what do you have for Bryce here after winning duel number 1? Well,
I can't hear Christian if he's talking.
Me neither.
Well, you know, if I unmute my mic, you'll be able to hear me. But yeah, that was. I'm concerned about your well-being there, Bryce. You know, that was a hard hit you took after the flag there. You okay?
Yeah, a little rough in the car, but we're all good.
All righty. Well, glad you're okay. Congratulations on your dual win here tonight at Daytona.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Hey,
and thanks to HMS TV for being on the car.
Hey, well, definitely we appreciate it. You did a great job out there. And I was going to ask you, what's going on here with this one-car consolation? What's the plan, you know?
I heard they had to make a new session because it wouldn't let them grid in the second heat, so they're making a new one.
Okay, well, that makes sense. All right, well, hey, Bryce, I guess we'll let you hang back, you know, kick back, relax, watch this duel number 2, and get ready for the season starting up next week.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
All right, congratulations, Bryce Barfield, tonight's duel number 1 winner here in the Superstar ARCA Cup Series. Boy, what a run. You know, like Bryce said, we are going to make a new session. And, well, I guess, Christian, now's a good time. I guess I'll let you head over, help Jesse out. Hopefully his internet issues will not continue.
All right, we're going to go see. I'm going to go head over back to Dover. But, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You got 2 streams to like tonight, not just one. It is live over there on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. You can find 2 streams. We got, but over here at Daytona, we have 29 people in the chat, and I see 18 likes. So get that number on up. And ladies and gentlemen, I bid you farewell.
All right. Well, Christian, we appreciate it. You know, we were up to 41, I think, there earlier, but we're going to see what we can get to later on. Wish you and Jesse the best of luck tonight.
Thanks, Blake.
All right, folks. You know, I wasn't going to interview second and third, but we have time because we're making a new session, so why not? All right, folks, taking a look here. I think I have received word of our second and third place finishers. One moment. Hang on here, folks. Give me a moment. Again, my results disappeared when everybody left the session. We'll go ahead and get Alex Anderson in here. I think he got second. He might have got third. I don't know. All I know is he got in the top 3. Let's get him in here. Alex Blake up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. You know, what a finish there. Bryce Barfield gets the job done. What were you seeing out of your front windshield there?
Well, going off that green white checker, and honestly the caution before that as well, I figured it would be like the outside had just been bread and butter all race, you know, so I figured it's like, all right, start on the outside for the green white checker, and it just did not get the help that the outside lane had the past couple restarts and the past couple runs, so unfortunate that I had to watch that. I almost got there because they shoved each other up to the wall and then came back down, and there was a gap in the middle, and I was like, all right, I got to try something. Went for it, but I'm okay with third. I'll be starting what, 9th or 11th? I don't know, somewhere. But I don't know, whatever it is, it's a fun race. I'll take it.
I believe if it's like the real duels, wouldn't you be starting 5th and the third row on the inside? Again, it might be different here. I honestly don't know.
Yeah, dude, I have no idea.
Who knows? You're
I have
probably starting
absolutely
5th,
no
but who knows?
idea.
We'll see next week. But hey, like you said, you know, has to feel pretty good getting the top 3 finish here. Duel number 1. You know, you had a good run. You're up front the whole time, and you know these draft races. You know, there's a bit of luck in there and some skill as well. So has to feel good to get to the finish.
Oh yeah, it's actually it's my first super speedway race in these cars, so I didn't really know what to expect, and it kind of reminded me. I don't know how long you've been on iRacing, but back in like 2019, 2020, 2021, the Gen 6 Super Speedway package reminded me a lot of that, just with how huge the runs were and how much the side draft mattered, and like as soon as you got out of line, dude, you were killed. So it was honestly a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be more like real ARCA, where it was just bottom lane feeding, you can't pass. So really fun race. I enjoyed it. Looking forward to the big one next week.
Yeah, it definitely was an exciting race. You know, we've had some streams lately here at Daytona. We had a Gen 4 race. It was honestly pretty terrible, the draft package. So it's good to see some good draft
Yeah,
action.
those things are not great on the draft tracks. Oh, Sam actually just DM'd me. I will be starting 7th.
7th. Okay. Well, good to
I'm
know
not
here.
Oh wait, no, I am sure how that works because the guy that got pole, he starts first. The winner of that one starts third. Second place starts 5th, and then I start 7th.
Okay, I forgot about the poll. Okay, yep, that makes sense. Well, hey, congratulations putting it in the third. You know, and I will add, you know, we expect you to be. You're probably gonna end up being number 1 in the Hutchinson Motorsports TV Power Rankings that come out on Friday. Out of all of our series, we put all the drivers into one pool. We give them a rating, and going back to your races last season, that's probably going to put you up to first.
Oh God, that's pressure.
Yeah, definitely
You're
so.
like
But
the
hey,
farm.
yep, congratulations though. Third place finish here tonight, duel number 1. We'll send you down.
I wanted to say so something funny, right? As soon as I get off my computer, I have to pack it all up and then I have to put it in a car because I'm leaving for college tomorrow.
Oh.
So next week I will have to try and win Daytona from I almost swore on live. Whoops. From crappy dorm room Wi-Fi. So we're gonna see how that goes. Hopefully I don't lag it.
Yeah, well, where are you heading to college?
University in Northwestern Ohio, and
right.
I'm from Connecticut. So tomorrow we have a 9.5-hour drive.
Oh. Yeah, that's definitely a trip. You know, I'm trying to find. I assume this is the right session that has. I assume the session's up, right?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Yeah, this has to be it right here. All right. Well, hey, we'll send you down. We're going to do a quick
yes,
interview
yeah.
for our second place finisher, but congratulations on your third place run here, Alex.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. Alex Anderson, he is your third place finisher here tonight. It's time to bring in our second place finisher. Let's get him in here. Travis Bieber. Travis Blake up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Hey, it's going pretty good. You know, you didn't end up getting the win there since we had the green-white checkered, but you got the next best spot there. Second place finish has to feel pretty good.
Yeah. It was a really good run there from the back. Missed my qualifying run earlier, so had to start the back. Had some really awesome pushes there from my Savage Bandits racing teammates there. So we were working together real well and got up in the front there at the end.
Yeah, good run for you there at the end. You found your way to the front. It has to feel good. Next week, I believe you'll be starting 5th now in the season opener at Daytona.
Yeah. Excited for that. It's good to have a strong showing tonight. Hopefully some of the other drivers, next week will want to work with me as the race is going on, and we'll be able to kind of make the same moves and hopefully have a good run next week.
Absolutely. Now last season you were up here in the Cup Series, right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Where'd you end up finishing there at the end of the year in the standings?
Oof. I would say I was back of the top 20. We missed I missed a few weeks at the start of the year, so
Gotcha.
missed the chase, but was back of the top 20. Yeah.
All right. Well, good to know. Well, hey, it has to feel pretty good going into the opener next week. Going to be starting in the top 5, I guess. Hey, before you head out and we get gridded up for this duel number 2, you got any shout outs or anything?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, just want to give a shout out to my teammates, Jordan, Alex, and Albert that were in the race there, kind of helping, pushing along there. Albert for painting that sweet ride that I was driving tonight. And, thank you guys for putting the broadcast on and everybody from the league. So really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, hey, great job putting it in the second position for duel number 1 here tonight. We look forward to hearing from you more this season.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, folks, that was Travis Bieber, our second place finisher in duel number 1, trying to get things set up here. We're in the warm-up here for duel number 2. Get things rolling. 1 second, folks. Got a couple manual things to change here. Had to make a new session, but things look like they are all lined up, ready to roll. Have a warm-up. Let's see how long that warm-up is. It says 15 minutes. Not sure if we're running that whole thing or what. But nonetheless, we're going to take a quick break here. Don't you worry. We're going to say Hutchinson Motorsports TV side by side. We're not done for the night, folks. We're just halfway done. We got another entire duel race to run here coming up next. Be sure, folks, please click that like button. Subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you guys tuning in here as we jump into duel number 2 up next. We're going to take a quick break. Enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at Daytona Superstar ARCA Cup Series, duel number 2, 40 laps around Daytona International Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, here's your starting lineup. You know, I'm not sure if this grid's even right, if they manually made the grid. Hang on 1 minute, folks. One second, digging through some information. Give me a moment. Not sure if this is the right grid. I don't know if they manually changed that or not. I was going to pull the field filler himself, Thomas Spencer, up in here, since he was in Heat 1, or Duel 1, but I'm not seeing him. So we're just going to wing it up here. I'm just going to announce it as it says. If this is the wrong lineup, it is what it is. All right, let's get some of this patented Hutchinson Motorsports TV tunes in the background. Oh, this one you're going to love, folks. This is called Echo Burn. Ladies and gentlemen, your starting lineup. Duel number 2, Hutchinson Motorsports TV, world's #1 streaming service. Be sure to click the like button, subscribe to the channel. Here is your starting lineup. On the front row in the pole position, the number 21, Daniel Molnick's on his outside, the 00, Sam Hoff. Row number 2 on the inside. I know this is wrong. Those guys are not in this heat race. So yeah, I'm not even sure I want to continue through this. We'll just go through once they get out on the track. Once they go out on the track, folks, we'll call them out, all right? Because I know a lot of these guys were in duel number 1, so don't want to call them out here. We're just going to kick back, relax. Here they enter the speedway. Molnick and Hoff. Let's wait a minute. Let's see if they line out the order themselves. Let's give it a moment. Let's kick back, relax, enjoy some of these tunes. All right, folks, we're just going to go with what we got here. We got Sam Molnick. I'm sorry. Not Sam Molnick. Daniel Molnick, Sam Hoff, Donald Kite, Hunter Senior, Skylar Jones, Alan Wild, Kyle Herlitzky, Nate Bogus, Dustin Coggin, Eric Kepf, Tony Allison Jr., Nathan Fryer, Dylan Lampy, Jordan Evans, David Nemmert, Braden McWilliams, Dylan Johnson, and Chris Bush, followed by Tim McBasketball. So, folks, don't know what the lineup is. We're just going to wing it up here. We are set. We're about to go green. I believe somebody randomly hopped in the booth here with me there for a moment. All right, just received word from Sam Hoff. Grid got all messed up. They're just sending it, folks. So this is going to be the lineup. Even though it was not the proper qualifying order, we are winging it. So it's going to be Molnick out front on the inside, Hoff on the outside. We got the 21 and the 00. Let us know in the chat, folks, what do you think is going to happen? Who's going to win it? Who's going to junk it? My pick to win this one, folks, I'm going with the 07, Alan Wild. Get a good look at that 07 car. Look at that beautiful machine. Alan Wild, he's always got the best paint jobs. He must know Brantley Road in that Harpoon design. But the pace car lights, they're still on. Let's see if they go off this time around. We're going to drop the hammer. We're going to go green here. Superstar ARCA Cup Series, duel number 2, 40 laps around Daytona International Speedway. But the pace car lights are out, folks. Again, going to be Molnick and Hoff on the front row. Second row going to be Kite and Senior. Senior, I don't know. It doesn't matter, folks. We're going to probably go with Senior. Then we got an Australian back there in the 5th position, Skylar Jones. Again, who you think's going to win this thing, folks? Click the like button on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Before we go green, let's go over to our buddy, Larry McReynolds. He's got a quick little message for you.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchinson Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
Thanks for that, Larry. Boy, Larry McReynolds, nobody loves Hutchinson Motorsports TV like America's crew chief, Larry McReynolds, the man himself. Wow. All right, folks, looks like the field is set. Boy, not a fan has left the building. They're still on their feet. They're still off their seats. They want to see some Star ARCA Cup Series action here on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Pace car is in. Field is set. Green flag in the air. Going to be Hoff on the outside. Molnick's on the inside. Who's going to get the better push? Here comes the 2 of Kite to the back bumper of the 21. Can Molnick's hold on? Door to door throughout the field. Nobody's junking it yet. Side by side. Let's jump around a bit here, folks. We got the West Virginian. Nate Bogus. Bogus, we'll call him. It's Bogus, but we're going to go with Bogus because he's running in the 9th position, and he's all the way from Charleston, West Virginia. Donald Kite going to take over the race lead, though, in that number 2 machine. Boy, I tell you what, good run here for Kite. Running in the 1st position, getting a push from Molnick's into lap number 2. Long way to go, but it has to feel good. We do know these guys do have to pit once. At least we know a little bit about this layout now, folks. We know we've got 3 green, white checkers. Cars do have to pit. See how it lines up, though, as Hoff has fallen back to the 5th position. Let's drop back here. Your Hutchinson Motorsports TV battle for last. We know he's got some fans. Well, it's time to give him some TV time. He needs the time he deserves, folks. Here he is, Tim McBasketball, your Hutchinson Motorsports TV battle for last award recipient from West Newbury, Massachusetts. I believe that's from where John Cena is. He knows John Cena himself. It's Tim McBasketball. We got one riding through the grass randomly. So Daniel Molnick's was out front. He goes through the grass, and here he is. He's lost the draft, so he's going to have to wait for a caution. He is toast. Looking in the back here, this is when Molnick's goes off the track. Let's get a little better view here. So the 00 of Hoff gives him a push through the corner. Oh, just flat out turns him. Able to save it, though. Big save. Keeps it rolling through the grass. Loses the draft, though, unfortunately. But out front, Donald Kite, your leader. Hunter Sr. in 2nd. These guys duking it out. And how about this 07 Alan Wild? He is my pick to win it. That is one beautiful-looking car. These guys racing hard here. When are they going to junk it? When do we think the caution's going to come out as Kite continues to lead? He's on the high side. The bottom lane, though, looks to be getting a run here. They are connected well. That's Sam Hoff leading the bunch. Let's drop back here. Tony Allison Jr. running in the 8th position. Let's hop on board with Tony. Oh, look out. Almost quarter panel that guy. St. Charles, Missouri native Tony Allison Jr. getting antsy there. Almost got turned, but they're able to save it. Not much else going on there. Jumping back out front. Sam Hoff, your leader out of Clarkston, Michigan. Sam Hoff, I believe he's a big Chicago Bears fan. Is that not right, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know if the chat. Let me know in the chat if that's right. Boy, nobody loves the Chicago Bears like Sam Hoff. diehard Caleb Williams fan. Rumor is, you know, Sam actually started painting his nails after the Bears drafted Caleb Williams. Bones does in the chat. Welcome aboard, Bones. We appreciate you tuning in here. You missed a great duel number 1. You're watching duel number 2 here tonight as the Superstar ARCA Cup series is underway. Dropping back, though, the Australian Skylar Jones running in the 3rd position. We kind of got a breakaway pack here. These guys trying to leave the squad. Not going to work, though. As Alan Wild reels them back in there on that bottom line. Jumping around here, we got some guys duking it out here near the back. It's a 91, Chris Bush. He's going nowhere, folks. Currently in the 16th, make it 17th position. Dylan Lamp. Call him Lampy, Lamp. I don't know. We're going to go with Lamp. I'll go with Lampy, actually. Yeah, I think Lampy sounds better. So Dylan Lampy in the 15 machine. They are 3 wide in front of him. What's Dylan got up his sleeve? That 55 car trying to get to the front. My pick to junk it tonight. It's the 25, Dylan Johnson. Keep an eye on that 20. Oh, we got one hooked. Tony Allison Jr. gets hooked. Look out! Into the wall. Allison Jr. is junk. Oh, my. Green flag's still out, folks. Let's take a look what happened to Allison. Here he is. Oh, the 22 just flat out hooks him. It's intentional. That might have been intentional, folks. Oh, my. That was a brutal hit. Trying to find the 22 here. Craig Martin, the Canadian. Flat out junked him. It happens sometimes, folks. Here at Super Speedway Racing, Donald Kite, your race leader out front. Ripping the high line, has the 63 of Eric Kepf rolling with him. Let's hop on board with Kepf. Big push here. That's Donald Kite out front. Kepf going to look to the bottom, says later loser. Makes a move, ditches him. Waiting for a big push from the 12 car of Senior. And that's not Dale Senior, that's Hunter Senior. Currently running in the 4th position. And we've got Sam Hoff back there. He is the 3rd car in the bottom line. Nate Bogus running in the 8th spot. Jump back here. How about Timmy McBasketball from John Cena's hometown of West Newbury, Massachusetts. Tim McBasketball. I need to talk to this man. Nobody knows John Cena like Timmy B. Dylan Lampy running in the 9th position. He's going nowhere, but he's not losing spots, so it has to feel pretty good for him. But folks, we're heading in a lap number 10 here tonight. Superstar ARCA Cup Series, duel number 2. Hutchinson Motorsports TV, world's #1 streaming service. Be sure, folks, click that like button on the video for us. Subscribe to the channel, most importantly. Really helps us out. We are almost to 800 subscribers, which, believe it or not, folks, it's the most subscribers in the entire world. Nobody's ever done it before. Can we be the first? We need your help. But we're going to take a quick break. We're going Hutchinson Motorsports TV side by side. You're not going to miss a lap. We'll be back in a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at Daytona. Duel number 2, 27 laps remain. Kep, your race leader, in the booth with me again. Christian Taylor's back. Christian, how you doing?
Doing good. Over from Dover right now, where Mark Whitley is leading the field with 126 laps into a 150 lap race. So very intense battle going on over there. We're going to see if he can keep that lead rolling. But I had to come over here to Daytona, see some racing action here in the Superstar ARCA series. I've been watching the stream. Some intense racing happen for sure.
Absolutely. You know, these guys, they're playing pretty nice, but this is how the first race went as well. Everybody was pretty nice there until about 10 laps or so left, so we'll see how this one rounds out. But it sounds like old Whitley over there has been dominating that GLSR Mr. Radiator Truck Series race at Dover.
Definitely so. This is going to be his race to lose. Honestly, if he doesn't win this one, it'll be kind of a gutting feeling for him indeed. But got to keep an eye out on this action here in the GLS Mr. Radiator Series Truck Series. 24 laps to go. Is it going to be him, Fanborough, or Rooster is in third place, making a charge to the lead?
Boy, I tell you what, folks, Christian, I mean, you can't make a living counting out Rooster. You know, if Rooster's in the top 3, I wouldn't be shocked if he finds a way up there somehow.
Well, you know, Blake, he's not going to win tonight because he was my pick to win it.
Oh, well, I mean, that's a great pick, though. Take Rooster. You know, I'll take Rooster all day long. I don't care what track we're at.
Definitely so, but before I go, let's take a look at on-track action here at Daytona. We got Hunter Sr. right now leading the field with the 63 below him on that bottom line leading that charge. Is that Sam Hoff back there? The double zero trying to get something done.
Well, Christian, real quick, you know who's not leading this race?
Who's not leading this race? Oh, no. Nathan Fryer. Oh, man, have we sent anybody to the Fryer Medical Center tonight?
Not yet. Nathan Fryer, he's actually playing nice for once at Advanced Auto Parts. He got a sponsor with Advanced Auto Parts due to all the parts he's needed from junking so many race cars last season. It wasn't even funny.
Definitely so. I'm shocked. I'm not shocked Advanced Auto Parts jumped on that bandwagon because they knew that he was gonna be going through all kinds of parts here in these ARCA cars.
Absolutely. You know, he's got some work to do. He's all the way from Salina running in the 16th position. But we're not even halfway done. We got 23 laps remaining here. Duel number 2, final duel of the night.
All righty. Well, with 20 laps remaining over at Dover, I'm going to head on back over. But I can report that, you know, on the chopping block, you know, we had Chad White in that 88 machine. I'm going to tell you now, hear me out before you react. The truck is junk, Blake.
Oh,
but it wasn't his fault.
It's never his fault.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that later. But you know, Chad White's going to see what he could do to come back from the finish he's got right now.
Absolutely. Well, hey, we wish you the best of luck here for the rest of the night over there at Dover. Christian, we'll let you head on over there and finish that race. See if Whitley can bring it home.
All righty, Christian Taylor from Daytona to Dover. See y'all later.
All right, folks, that was Christian Taylor updating us on the GLSR Mr. Radiator Truck Series. Again, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. We've got 2 streams going on at the same time. Jesse ran into some internet issues, but he was able to get it back rolling. But no harm, no foul over there. Got the stream back going. Sounds like Mark Whitley going to most likely bring the win home as Hunter Sr. continues to lead the race here for duel number 2 in the Superstar ARCA Cup Series. Been a good race so far. You know, these guys, they're racing hard, racing clean. Senior, though, is just dominating this race right now. We're almost to the halfway point. Second place, though, Donald Kite, followed by Dustin Coggin in third. Eric Kep fourth, and Dylan Lampy rounding out your top 5. All right, folks, we jump around. You know, pit stop should be starting soon. We're almost halfway done. When are the first ones to come down pit road going to be? You know, during duel number 1, we saw the 3 cars they broke away, decided to pit a little early, then the caution immediately came out. We'll see how it lines out here. Looks like everybody trying to get to the bottom lane. Who's going to be the first to head down? I bet somebody's coming this time. They are not. Nobody. Nobody taking it down pit road quite yet. Hunter Sr., still your race leader. Boy, I tell you what, if you're out front, you don't really want to pit right now. Kind of want to wait it out. Just you're in the groove right now. You're up front. But again, you got to pick and choose your battles when you're going to pit. Because if you pit by yourself, you're toast. Because then you come out with no draft help. You're just a sit and duck. So you want to pit with at least a handful, but you don't want to pit with the whole field. There's too many cars out there. It kind of just makes everything jumbled up. But it looks like most are cars down here on the bottom line. Who's going to come down pit road? There we go. We got a handful of them. We got quite a few of them, actually. Basically everybody down pit road. This might be too many, folks. We'll see how this works out for them, but we got a lot down pit road. So we got 6 of them left out on the track. Looks like most of these guys are going to come down this time around. So we got 6 cars, single file out front. Looks like all of them coming down this time around. So we'll see how these pit cycles work out through the field. Chris Bush, your leader in that 91 machine out of Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Can he hold on to that race lead? And here comes everybody down pit road. Oh, my goodness. What just happened? Well, we're still green. This was kind of a weird. You know, normally you see guys, they break off pit road, they shoot down the apron. Well, the leader here just kind of stayed there. Guy stayed in the gas here, and then wham, 24 slams the brakes, turns it sideways, cleans the double zeros clock. So we go back live here. Sam Hoff, not sure how much damage he's got, but I'm sure he's not happy. But your race leader now looks like it's going to be Herliski. Is going to take over that race lead quite easily. I don't know. Nate Bogus here trying to get up to speed. Can he hold on to that main draft? I don't think so. He tries to, but he's not going to be able to. So right now we've got kind of a breakaway pack here of 9 cars out front. So we saw the incident there of the guys coming down pit road. 9 cars out front now in this breakaway pack. These guys want this thing to stay green. I'll tell you who doesn't want to stay green. Basically everybody else, which includes Dylan Johnson, Nate Bogus, Sam Hoff, Alan Wild, Braden McWilliams, and basically everybody else. A lot of them scattered out throughout the field. We got 17 laps left to go. We're going to take another quick break, folks, since we're pretty split up here and green flag stops have just concluded. So we're going to take one more quick break. Don't you worry, though. You're not going to miss a lap. We're going Hutchinson Motorsports TV side by side. We want to show off some of our great sponsors. Be sure to check them out here. We'll be back in a moment. Hutchinson Motorsports TV, Superstar ARCA Cup Series Duel number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at Daytona Superstar ARCA Cup Series Daytona Duels. This is duel number 2. You're watching the race leading pack here, duking it out. 10 laps remaining this time around. Connor Gerard in the chat letting us know the 4-truck won over GLSR. Connor, refresh my memory. Who's in the 4-truck? I believe that's that Fosnaw, isn't it? Boy, what a letdown for Mark Whitley over there. Dominated that race. Ends up losing. Not sure what happened. Always a fun series to watch over there as these guys duking it out here. Superstar ARCA Cup Series duel number 2. Look at these guys getting antsy out front here. We got a 9-car breakaway pack up front. If you're in this lead pack, you've got a shot to win this race here with just 9 laps to go this time around. The next pack is about 7 seconds back. There's really no chance for them to run them down. It doesn't matter how hard these guys race each other. 9 laps is just not enough. They need a caution. But Kyle Herlitzky, still your race leader out front in the number 22 Sony machine. Second place, Skylar Jones. Third, how about it? Nathan Fryer. From the back to the front, the pit cycle works out for him. Can Nathan Fryer junk himself to the race lead? Dylan Lampy in the 4th position, and then rounding out the top 5. I thought for sure he'd junk this race car tonight. It's Dylan Johnson. Still a long way to go here, folks. 8 laps remain here at Daytona. These fans haven't sat down once in front of a sold-out crowd on the world #1 streaming service. Let's jump over to our buddy Larry McReynolds, who has a quick message for you real fast.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Wow, Larry McReynolds, America's crew chief. Folks, quit ignoring America's crew chief. Larry McReynolds is telling you to subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV today. I mean, come on, you guys know America's crew chief. He would never steer you wrong. Click that subscribe button as Dylan Johnson taking over the race lead as he crosses the line. 6 laps remain here as the 21 makes a move to the inside. Oh, that is the 21, but he's scored as the 33. So Kyle Herlitzky, either his paint's wrong or the number's wrong. Let's give a, hang on, let me make a note real quick, just so he can fix that for future races. All right, we got it down. Dylan Johnson still running in this front pack. We got a lap car here. See if he gets out of the way. Who is that coming up on your race leaders? That's Daniel Molnix. Boy, it was a good start for him. He was out front. Ended up getting involved in a minor incident, I believe. And now here he is, a lap down. We're watching these guys up front duke it out. Herlitzky, your leader. Skylar Jones. Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on. 1 minute here, folks. So Herlitzky, the 33. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so he scored as the 33. He's a 22. So it keeps throwing me off here. Not sure who the lap car is in front of me. We got Tim McBasketball getting lapped. Trying to find who this 21 car is. Okay, that's Daniel Molnix here. So he is a lap car. So he's out front. Looks like he's your race leader, folks. Well, he's not. So there's Daniel Molnix. He's leading this pack. You know, scoring kind of threw me off. It was acting like he wasn't there. But nonetheless, Daniel Molnix, he's currently in 14th position, getting a big push from your leader, who's actually the 22 machine. Kyle Herlitzky scored as the 33. We'll have that fixed by next week, I'm sure. So Herlitzky, he is your leader, has a lap car to work with in front of him. He's just going to stay on that back bumper probably. Well, that's a big advantage for the race leader because a lot of times, you know, that car in second just ditches you and you're sitting duck. But if that car jumps out of line and you got a car to work with, you're sitting pretty. So it has to feel good for Herlitzky to have a lap car in front of him. What if they're teammates? Let's take a look. I do not see him as teammates. I see Herlitzky. He is with Isaiah Watrous and Michael James in his chat. So looks like he's just catching a lucky break with that 21 out front. But again, this helps the 21 as well because if a caution comes out, he is not a lap down yet. But we're starting to run out of time here, folks. Are we going to get a caution or is this thing going to stay green? Herlitzky, your leader. Jones in second. Fryer in third. Check in the chat. We got Connor Gerard. Bones does. Boy, it's like deja vu seeing these two chat it out. Bones does tuning in here. Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Bryce Barfield in the chat as well. He's rooting for the 14 of Fryer. As the 24 is going a lap down, he's going to pull down to the bottom of the track. Let everybody by. We are running out of time, though, folks. Herlitzky's going to be tough to get around. Guys are going to have to work together. Using that lap car to his advantage. As a 55, a Lampy looking to the outside. Can that outside line get a run? It's been all bottom line here tonight in duel number 2. Going into the tri-oval, 2 laps remain here as Herlitzky holds on to the race lead for now. Again, this is a 9-car breakaway out front with a couple lap car or 2 in there as well. What's the plan, though? Skyler Jones has sat patiently there in the second position. He is in the 47 machine. When does he make a move? 63 looks to the outside. That's Kef. He's going to get a push from the 55. Outside line needs to start working together now as they're coming through turns 3 and 4. We're going to get the white flag this time, folks. Here's your race leader, Kyle Herlitzky, taking the white flag in front of a sold-out crowd. We're going to get a finish, folks. No yellows here in duel number 2. Lap car out front leading the pack, but Kyle Herlitzky is your leader. Here comes Fryer to the outside, the 14 of Fryer. He's a lead car on the outside line. Can he get a run? Nobody wants to work with him. Oh, my, I don't know why the 12 didn't push him there. The 12 did not want to push him. So now they got to get to work here down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Can Herlitzky hold on? Here comes the 12 car. Hunter Sr. to the outside. Bad news for the 22. He's stuck to the bottom with a lap car in front of him. Down the front stretch, gets a push on the outside line. Senior, your leader. Checkered flag in the air. Hunter Sr. wins duel number 2. Boy, what a finish there. Herlitzky, you know, the bad news for him, he had that lap car. So the bad news is he had nowhere to go there. He was just kind of stuck where he was. If cars would have broke out and made moves, he would have been in better shape. But unfortunately for him, they stayed single file on the top, and he ends up losing. So Hunter Sr. wins it. Donald Kite second. Herlitzky in third. Let's get these guys. 1 second. I'm going to tell them to come to our interview room. 1 minute. So as we wait on them again, Herlitzky rounds out your podium. Kite in second. Hunter Sr., your winner. Duel number 2, folks. What a great night for racing. Be sure, click the like button on the video. Subscribe to the channel here. We're just getting started here with Star ARCA Cup Series. We're going to be back here on Saturday night, Redemption iRacing Truck Series. That's going to be here. Let's do a quick message from Larry McReynolds. Then we're going to start our top 3 interviews.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
The lights are bright.
Thanks for the message, Larry. Let's see if our top 3 are available for interview. And here we go. We've got a couple of them at least. I am not seeing Hurlitsky. See if I can manually find them. Give me one moment. I'll just manually drag them up here, folks. Kyle Blake up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yep.
Hey, you get a top 3 run there. You know, you were leading most of the back half of that, but unfortunately you had the lap car there. Really nowhere to go for you, but you bring home a podium finish here.
Yeah, it was good. And I had a little bit of front end damage from early in the race, so it was actually kind of helping me to have the lap car in front of me to kind of pull me along. But I kind of knew at the end there that I was going to be a bit of a sitting duck to kind of defend against those guys.
Absolutely.
So, but third place is fine. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, it has to feel pretty good. I believe that means you're going to be starting, was it 8th, I think, something like that?
Yeah, somewhere with that.
I believe you'll be starting 8th for next week at the opener at Daytona. But, hey, last season, where'd you end up finishing here in the Star ARCA Cup Series standings?
I think I was at the bottom of the pack as far as the chase drivers go. I got caught up in a wreck in the first 2 races, and then it kind of just went downhill from there for the chase. But
well, hey, it has to feel pretty good. At least make the chase last season. Hopefully you can repeat it here this year.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Well, hey, great job out there. Top 3 run for you. Before you head out, you got any shout-outs?
Yeah, shout out to my teammates here. I was kind of the only one of our teammates in this heat, so I was kind of running a lone race, but we were all having a good time in Discord, so that's what it's all about.
Absolutely. Good to see people having a good time. A lot of guys get all worked up here and mad, but good to see you having fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, hey, great job. We look forward to hearing from you more throughout the season, Kyle.
Sounds good.
Kyle Hurlitsky, your 3rd place finisher here tonight. Time to bring in our 2nd place finisher, Donnie Kite. Donnie, Blake up in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, what's up, Blake? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. A good run for you, though. End up in the 2nd position here tonight, just a little bit behind our race winner, Hunter Sr.
Yeah, man. Hell of a job by my teammate there, Hunter. I don't know where we were sitting with 3 to go, but I was yelling at him on the radio. I told him, I'm not hanging out back here. You find a lane and go, because I'm not sitting back here. And he put his trust in me, and we just went to the front, man. I was probably celebrating harder than he was at the line. So.
Well, hey, good to see teammates work together there, get the finish. Our 3rd place finisher, Kyle Hurlitsky, he was behind a lap car. He said he had some front end damage anyway, so he's kind of pinned where he was, but you guys were able to get the job done there on the top side.
I'm just glad we didn't wreck, dude. I felt like that car was a Lego piece ready to come apart. The way we were pushing off of 4, I thought for sure I was going to either hook him or get hooked, and I'm just glad we were able to cross the line with no damage.
Absolutely. Well, hey, great job, Donnie. Getting the 2nd place finish here tonight has to feel pretty good. Before you head out, you got any shout-outs or anything for our fans at home?
Yeah, man. Everybody at Juicy Spider. Great group of guys. We've been working hard in other divisions, and they were able to allow us to put together a team in the Star ARCA League. And we got a great bunch of guys over there between me, Hunter, Jared, Brian, Craig. Sweet run. That, man, we just worked together so well tonight. I know the first duel didn't go to plan, but we were there. Hopefully that's how the rest of the season goes, with the support of everyone at Juicy Spider, to get us up to the front. And we'll just make some noise this season with everyone here, man. And for the paint schemes, Hunter was driving a special paint scheme for the duel, but the rest of us, everything was made by Cosman at Splash and Go Graphics. Check out all their work, man. Great night for us.
Well, absolutely. Great job, though, putting it on the podium. That's really all we got, though. We look forward to hearing from you more throughout the season, though, Donnie.
I look forward to being up here with you guys. Nice to meet you, Blake.
All right, you too, buddy. We'll send you down here and get the interview with our race winner up next.
Let's go, baby.
Donnie Kite, our second place finisher, and I see in the booth with me here, Christian Taylor. Christian, we are just about to interview our winner of duel number 2, Hunter Sr.
Well, let's just get it on. Let's get it in here. David Senior winning tonight.
Hunter, Blake, and Christian up
Hunter.
in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, what a run for you. You guys came out of nowhere there on the last lap, able to take over the lead and hold on and park in victory lane here. Duel number 2 winner. You're going to be starting, I believe, 4th for next week.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Better than I qualified 29th, or I think 30th. I didn't have a really good lap, which that was kind of sad actually.
Well, hey, definitely a much better starting position. Talking about bad qualifying at Daytona, Christian Taylor here knows a thing or two about that, right, Christian?
You just have to rub salt in the wound. Yeah, Hunter. What Blake's saying is, I in my Thursday night league, I attempted to qualify for their Daytona race and didn't make the cut. There was like about 60 people qualified, and I only took 43, and I qualified like 44th. So, but
I understand that.
Yeah. So
Hey,
congratulations on you actually making the show.
Yeah, no, I'm not really the biggest fan of restrictor plate racing. I'm one of the people I kind of dislike it, but when I come out to qualify, I'm not. My goal is I'm either going to start in the back or start in the front, and towards the end of it, hopefully like we did, with Donald right there, kind of work our way to the front. No matter where I start, I'm going to try to at least end in the front. But yeah, no, I don't think I'm the best at qualifying here.
Well, hey, it doesn't matter. Whenever you race good, you can find your way to the front, but you basically took us through there at the end already. That's really about all I got. You got any shout-outs or anything to add for our fans at home before you head out?
Yes, sir. So pretty much, we work with our cars. We have Juicy Spider, a really great editing team, great group of guys that we work with. You've already talked to Donald. We have Jared Skinner. He was in the first heat. Same with on our team this season. We got Brian Marshall and Craig Martin. So it's a great group of guys to work with and really fun to talk to and getting along with them, getting to know them is really fun. Not just those guys, but the guys behind everything else, like the editing is. You got Josh Adams, Jared Skinner too, Nicholas Happyak, Mike Morgan. Those guys, Mike's wife, she does a lot of great stuff for the editing too. Those guys are pretty much why I'm still doing this and why I enjoy doing it so much. They've helped me with a lot of stuff and put me in a lot of great positions. And honestly, I know it's just a duel, but a win's a win, and I couldn't be more thankful every time I get to come into an interview room as a winner and give big thanks to those guys because they're the reason I do it.
Yeah, absolutely. I always tell everybody, always celebrate your wins because you never know if and when your next one's going to be. But, hey, one more question. How did you end up running last season here in the Cup Series with Star ARCA?
Definitely came in. Was a new guy. Thanks to Jared and Donald. They got me in this league. I know there's probably a lot of people in the league that aren't really happy about that decision, but came in here last season, was barely able to make the chase. Was able to kind of show up in the chase. Kind of told them I wasn't really going to be in a good position, kind of a wasted spot, and ended up finishing second as a rookie. So I'm looking forward to the season. I think this season could be a really great turnaround for not just me, but like I said with Jared, Craig Martin, Brian Marshall. We're working with those guys, and I think like if we had the season like we did last year, we're gonna have a great season.
Yeah, well, hey, once again, though, congratulations. Parking it here in Victory Lane for duel number 2, Star ARCA Cup Series duels. I guess before you head out, Christian, you got anything to add?
Nope, just a congratulations on your dual win here tonight, and I look forward to seeing the rest of the season. You finished second last season, so let's just see you take it home on top this season.
I hope so. Hopefully, I get to talk to you guys some more this season.
I expect you most likely will, but we'll see how things lay out. We look forward to hearing from you more, though, and we'll see you back here next week.
Yes, sir. You guys have a great night.
Yep, you too, buddy. There was Hunter Sr., your winner here for duel number 2, and in the booth with us as well, Jesse Becker. Jesse and Christian here both just finished the GLSR Mr. Radiator Truck Series race at Dover. How was that one? I heard the 4-car took the win home.
Yeah, he got the win in that one. It was a good race. He kind of came out of nowhere at the end, but I will say there's a bit of drama because he's the driver that actually decided to change the setup about an hour before the race.
Oh.
So there's some accusations being thrown around about that, but overall for the night, I have to say #blame Spectrum. My internet decided to dump all over me for the first half of that stream, and we had to restart it a couple times, but we bounced back pretty strong in the back half, and hopefully they decide to play nice next week.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're going to miss part of the race, at least you got the end back in there in time. And I guess tonight was not as fast as Spectrum 4G.
No, it was not.
Definitely not. But I can honestly say, and you know, this isn't speculation. I'm pretty sure I am the first iRacing broadcaster to simultaneously call a race at Daytona and Dover. I know I'm the only one. I got to be.
First in the business. Wow, congratulations. Jesse, we gotta write this down in the history books.
I mean, we do all kinds of firsts here at Hutchinson Motorsports TV. It's kind of unreal. It's just the list is getting so long.
Absolutely. And speaking of that, you know, we've racked up the subscribers tonight, is mostly thanks to the Star ARCA Cup drivers here and our fans. We're up to 795. I think we went up about 20 plus subs tonight. So we're looking to hit that 800 mark here soon, which will be the first channel to ever do it.
Absolutely. It's never heard of. I mean, that PewDiePie guy, what does he have, like 10 followers?
If that.
Yeah, I mean, and Mr. Beast, who?
I never heard of her.
Yeah, exactly. Hutchinson Motorsports TV is where it's at. Ladies and gentlemen, Connor Gerard just said it in the chat. You need to know it. You need to learn it. Hutchinson Motorsports TV is the world's #1 streaming service. And if you don't like that, just learn to like it. That's all I can say.
Just get used to it, because we're going to be around a long time, ladies and gentlemen. But that's going to close out the night for us in the booth. You know, thankfully, Jesse Becker, Christian Taylor were able to join me here at the end during interviews. But great night here for Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Had a couple different races going on at the same time. But nonetheless, we appreciate you guys tuning in here, watching the Star ARCA Cup Series action. We had the duels here tonight. Next week is going to be the season opener right here at Daytona. But that's about really all we got. So in the booth with Jesse Becker, Christian Taylor, I'm Blake Hutchinson, and we're signing out. We're going to send you over to our buddy Larry McReynolds and a few closing messages, and we'll see you back here. I believe Saturday night's our next stream. Well said.
42 right there with him. Smokes him.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchinson Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
42 right there with him. Smokes him. Oh my goodness. Oh, the whole field is junk. It's a parking lot. They door slam each other. Checkered flag in the air. It's gonna be too close to call. Oh, he just got smoked. Oh my goodness. He got dumped in racing. Caution is out. Oh, he's dead. Toward each other with their chunks